a symphony of peril inside the warehouse walls. Warehouses, theatres of industry, beehives of activity, yet beneath the symphony of clanging metal and whirring machinery lies a lurking danger, a constant threat to the men and women who navigate this labyrinth of towering shelves, heavy machinery and endless aisles. Imagine a world of colossal structures filled with towering racks laden with tons of goods. Forklifts dance a dangerous ballet, their forks lifting pallets high in the air. Workers scurry, their hands are blur as they pick and pack orders. The air hums with the relentless rhythm of productivity. But this symphony of industry has a dark side. Danger lurks around every corner, a constant companion to the unwary. The very nature of warehouse work, with its heavy lifting, repetitive motions and constant movement, sets the stage for potential injury. The risks are real, the consequences devastating. This is the reality of warehouse work, a world where safety is not just a slogan, but a lifeline. The invisible enemy, strains and overexertion. The most insidious enemy often wears a mask of mundane routine, strains and overexertion. Silent assassins, they creep up on workers, their pain a dull ache that gradually crescendos into debilitating agony. Lifting, twisting, reaching. These everyday movements, repeated countless times under the pressure of deadlines, take their toll. Muscles scream, tendons strain, backs protest. The human body, pushed beyond its limits, cries out in pain. The warehouse floor becomes a minefield of potential injuries. A misplaced foot, a twist too far, a moment of inattention, any of these can trigger a cascade of pain, sidelining a worker for days, weeks, or even longer. Prevention is the only cure. Proper lifting techniques, regular stretching, and the use of mechanical aids can dramatically reduce the risk. Remember, your body is your most valuable tool. Treat it with respect.
It's those simple movements, repeated over and over, that really get to you. I've seen guys go down for weeks because they didn't take care of themselves. It's no joke.
Gravity's cruel grip slips, trips and falls. Gravity, that constant force ever present, unforgiving. In the chaotic ballet of the warehouse, it becomes a malevolent choreographer, orchestrating painful spills and tumbles. Slippery surfaces, lurking obstacles and poorly lit aisles transform the warehouse floor into a treacherous obstacle course. One misstep, one moment of distraction and gravity takes hold. The consequences range from painful bruises and lacerations to bone-shattering fractures and debilitating head injuries. A split-second fall can have life-altering consequences. Vigilance is key. Keep floors clean and dry, report spills immediately, and wear appropriate footwear. Light up your workspace, clear your path, and stay aware of your surroundings. Don't let gravity take you down. The unseen hand struck by hazards. In the bustling warehouse, danger often takes the form of a flying object, an unseen projectile launched with bone-crushing force. Struck by accidents, silent but deadly, tools dropped from heights, unsecured loads on forklifts, carelessly placed objects, all become potential weapons in the blink of an eye. A moment's carelessness can have devastating consequences. The impact can be brutal. Head injuries, broken bones, internal damage. The human body is no match for the raw force of a flying object. Awareness is paramount. Secure your loads, wear your hard hat, and be constantly aware of your surroundings. Treat every object as a potential projectile and stay clear of potential danger zones.
I've seen it happen too many times. One moment everything's fine and the next, someone's on the ground. It's scary how fast it can happen. Always be aware, always secure your loads.
Caught in the act, caught in and caught between hazards. Imagine the unimaginable, your body crushed, trapped, mangled by unforgiving machinery or collapsing structures. Caught in and caught between hazards, nightmares lurking in the shadows of the warehouse. Conveyor belts, forklifts, heavy machinery all pose a deadly threat to those who venture too close.
A moment's inattention, a lapse in judgment, and tragedy strikes. Limbs severed, bones crushed, lives lost. The consequences are too horrific to contemplate.
Respect the danger zones. Stay clear of moving machinery. Never operate equipment you are not trained to use. Your life depends on it. A stitch in time, preventing warehouse injuries. Prevention, A simple word, yet it carries the weight of countless lives saved, injuries averted, and tragedies avoided. It is the cornerstone of warehouse safety, the shield against the ever-present dangers.
Start with the basics. Keep work areas clean and organized. Provide adequate lighting and ventilation. Ensure floors are free of spills and obstacles. These simple steps create a safer environment for everyone.
But prevention goes beyond the physical environment. It requires a culture of safety, where every worker is empowered to identify and report hazards, and where safety procedures are not just followed, but embraced.
Invest in safety equipment and training. Provide workers with the tools and knowledge they need to protect themselves. Encourage open communication and reporting of near misses.
Remember, a safe workplace is a productive workplace. Training for triumph, the power of knowledge. Knowledge is power. In the dangerous world of the warehouse, it is the power to protect, to prevent, to survive.
Training is not just a box to be ticked, but a lifeline to be grasped. Proper training equips workers with the skills and knowledge they need to navigate the hazards of the warehouse environment. From safe lifting techniques to hazard identification, from emergency procedures to equipment operation, training is the foundation of a safe workplace.
Invest in comprehensive training programs that address the specific hazards of your warehouse. Ensure training is ongoing and updated regularly to reflect changing conditions and new equipment.
Empower workers to take ownership of their safety. Encourage them to ask questions, report hazards, and suggest improvements. Remember, a well-trained workforce is a safe workforce.
A culture of care, shared responsibility for safety. Safety is not the sole responsibility of management or a dedicated safety officer. It is a shared responsibility, a collective commitment that must permeate every level of the organization.
Create a culture where safety is not just a priority, but a core value. Encourage open communication and feedback. Empower workers to report hazards and near misses without fear of reprisal. Implement regular safety meetings and toolbox talks. Conduct safety inspections and audits.
Celebrate safety successes and recognize individuals who go above and beyond to promote a safe work environment. Remember, safety is a journey, not a destination. It requires continuous effort, vigilance, and a shared commitment from everyone in the organization. Real-life lessons. Learning from tragedy. Tragedy, a word that sends shivers down the spine, a stark reminder of the fragility of life and the devastating consequences of workplace accidents. Every year, countless workers lose their lives or suffer life-altering injuries in warehouse accidents. Each incident, a tragic reminder of the importance of safety.
Learn from these tragedies. Study the reports, analyze the causes, and identify the lessons learned. Implement changes to prevent similar incidents from happening in your workplace. Remember, every accident is preventable. By learning from the mistakes of the past, we can create a safer future for all warehouse workers.
A safe shift, a life preserved. As the warehouse lights dim and the symphony of industry fades for the day, let us remember the importance of our efforts. Every safety measure implemented, every training session conducted, every hazard identified and addressed brings us closer to our goal. A workplace free from serious injuries and fatalities. Let us not forget the human cost of neglecting safety. The families torn apart, the lives forever altered, the potential unrealized. Safety is not just about rules and regulations, it is about protecting the most valuable asset we have, human life. Let us all commit to making safety an integral part of our work culture, a non-negotiable aspect of every task we perform. Let us strive to ensure that every worker goes home safe at the end of each shift. Remember, a safe shift is a life preserved. Let's make every shift a safe one.